started with a headache, just a simple headache. In September 1982, 12-year-old Mary Kellerman from the Chicago suburbs took one Tylenol capsule before school. By 7 a.m., she was dead. Within days, 6 more people would be gone, all seemingly healthy, all dying suddenly, all with one thing in common. They had taken extra-strength Tylenol. What followed wasn't just one of the most terrifying crimes in American history, it was a case that shocked the nation, changed how medicine is sold forever, and remains unsolved to this day. This is the story of the Chicago Tylenol Murders. It began on September 29, 1982. 7 people in separate households across the Chicago area died after taking Tylenol capsules laced with potassium cyanide. Cyanide, a deadly poison, can kill within minutes, and it was somehow inside sealed bottles, sitting on store shelves. The victims? They had nothing in common. Different neighborhoods, different backgrounds, no known connection. The randomness caused immediate panic. Police and health officials raced to identify what linked these mysterious deaths. Within 48 hours, the common thread became clear. Tylenol, extra strength, Tylenol capsules. The victims' families were devastated and confused. Adam Janus, a 27-year-old postal worker, died suddenly after taking Tylenol for chest pain. Later that day, his younger brother and sister-in-law, grieving and suffering from headaches, took Tylenol from the same bottle at Adam's home. Both died. 3 deaths, 1 family, 1 day. That's when authorities knew something was very wrong. Mass panic spread across the country. Tylenol was the most popular over-the-counter pain reliever in the U.S. Millions of Americans had it at home. Supermarkets, pharmacies, and hospitals pulled Tylenol from their shelves. Police cars drove through neighborhoods using loudspeakers to warn people, do not take it.
Do not take any Tylenol until further notice.
The manufacturer, Johnson & Johnson, issued a nationwide recall. 31 million bottles pulled, over $100 million lost. But their honesty and quick action became a model for crisis response. They were victims too. This wasn't a factory defect. Someone had tampered with the bottles after they reached stores. This was deliberate, an act of terrorism. So, how did it happen? Investigators believe the killer walked into stores, opened Tylenol boxes, swapped out some capsules for ones filled with cyanide, then resealed the packaging and left them on the shelf. It was low-tech, horrifyingly simple, and deadly. Back then, medication had no tamper-proof seals, no foil, no glued boxes, no plastic rings. You could open a bottle and reseal it without anyone knowing. That changed forever. Because of this case, the FBI, FDA, and local police launched a massive investigation. Over 400 people were interviewed, hundreds of leads pursued, and one suspect stood out, James William Lewis. He had sent a letter to Johnson & Johnson, demanding $1 million to stop the killings. Lewis was arrested, not for murder, but for extortion. He served 13 years in prison. His profile fit: smart, angry, unstable, but there was no physical evidence, no fingerprints, no camera footage, no witnesses. To this day, no one has ever been charged with the Tylenol murders. Why did it happen? Some say it was random, others believe it was revenge, maybe even a corporate attack. The truth? We still don't know. And that's what makes it terrifying. It wasn't just a crime, but it was psychological warfare. It made people fear everyday things, like the medicine in their own homes. But out of fear came change. The US passed new laws. Product tampering became a federal crime. Packaging was revolutionized. We got tamper-proof seals, safety caps, blister packs, glued boxes, warning labels. Capsules became tablets, harder to open, harder to tamper with. The Tylenol murders forced the country to rethink consumer safety. In the years since, dozens of documentaries, books, and crime shows have revisited the case. There were other copycat poisonings, but nothing matched the scale or impact. James Lewis, the main suspect, died in 2023. He always claimed he was innocent. Now, more than 40 years later, the question still haunts us. Who poisoned the Tylenol and why? We may never know, but one thing is certain. This case changed America. It changed how we buy medicine, how companies respond to crisis, how investigators think about product safety. It was a wake-up call in the most horrifying form. Death in a bottle, sold at your neighborhood store. No one saw it coming. And to this day, it remains one of the most chilling, unsolved mysteries in US history.